Hello, my name is Suckit, and we are playing FTB Revelation. And today, first thing I'm doing is I'm looking for something to build these walls of the second floor out of. I'm still not really happy with the Sakura for down there. It's a beautiful wood. Don't get me wrong. It's very pretty. All the Natura woods are fantastic. Just don't think it's quite what I want. Um, we've continued to run our bees and breed our trees, and you can see all the pollinated leaves. Now, I did make an industrial grafter. It sort of works like the other grafters, and you make it in sort of the same way we made our powered scoop, just with one of these powered modules. It's really not that bad, but check this thing out. Yeah, you wanna get your saplings. This thing's what you want. And again, it only works on forestry trees, but it works pretty good. Ah, yes, very exciting. Coastal sequoia at last. I think the sequoia wood might be really pretty. Ooh, let's turn the music down. Turn the music down. Don't need those copyright hits. Yeah, it's like I like this nice, like, dark purplish, not really giant sequoia. I wonder where we get the giant sequoia from. Let's see, well, it doesn't really seem to have a recipe, but I'm sure there's some way to make it. Now, if we throw the saplings into our little analyzer here, we get some information. The most important of which I think is this girth. I believe this tells us how we have to plant the saplings. I think it's telling us 3 by 3. So we're just gonna plant them, see what happens. But what I really want to get into today, while the bees and the trees are doing their thing, is rustic. We find these olive trees in the world. They drop olives when you chop them down, and you use those and a little bit of iron to make yourself an almanac, which is, the guidebook of the mod. We've got decoration, agriculture, and production, and I think we're going to start with agriculture. Now, we found all these seeds here and there, but, you can't plant them. You do need these crop stakes, chili peppers and tomatoes. So we've got rope, chili peppers, tomatoes. Let's start by taking a look at the stakes, right? Okay, that doesn't look so bad. Let's just make sure there isn't another kind in there that we're not. Okay, no. This is it. So let's make some of these. Here we go. So let's see if we can figure this out. Put a stake down on the farmland. It doesn't trash the farmland. Just plant a tomato on it? Yes. Okay, and you can do them right next to each other. Now another crop is grapes, and you get the seeds by breaking vines. So we're going to grow some vines, and then we're going to break them. Now we're also going to need a bunch of rope. Okay, we can kind of trivially make it out of string. That's good. So what we seem to have with the grapes is a growth mechanic and a spreading mechanic. And I think for these, what we want to do is run this along like so, right? Now let's see if we can just place, okay. Aha, so you keep placing it. And you gotta use one right around the rope here, right around the stake, I mean. Whoops. that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, okay. This isn't so hard, I don't think. Now, the question is, yes, okay. Looks a little funny. And that may just be a visual glitch. Now, I think we want actually 2 spaces between these things. So if we were to go 1, 2, right? And here we go 1, 2, put 1 here. Aha! I wondered. I put another crop stake up here, and sure enough, at least the tomato vines will grow up them. I wonder how far they'll go. I have no idea how common the grape seeds are. We'll just break a couple of these random vines that we've gotten already. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't look like they're super common. Okay, the chili peppers also go at least 2 high. It's pretty cool. Now there are also these wild berry bushes that you find in your world. We're gonna plant some of these. And we've got these olive trees. And we got these ironwood trees. Now, we found these bees in the world. We got brewing, crushing, candles. Let's see if there's anything else that we could do with them. I feel like we might be able to put them in something. Yeah, an apiary. They're not hard to make, just planks and logs. We're gonna put a couple of them down. We've got 6 rustic bees. So I made 6 of these things. Okay, yeah. You can just put them in here. And I guess we'll see what happens, huh? Now what you do with a bunch of this stuff apparently is you crush it. I think we're gonna want a couple of these. Oh wow. These are fast. You get a lot of bees and a lot of honey out of this. Okay. So let's try some of these olives. Let's see, let's get an even 16 just in case that's relevant. We just put them in here and then we jump up and down. Yep. And I think we see, okay, yeah, I could still see olives in there. Now I can't see olives anymore and it's not making noise. We have a bucket. Yes, we do. Okay, whole bucket of olive oil. I'm sure we can put it in a tank, right? Okay, okay. Sure looks like they'll interact with thermal fluid ducts. How are we gonna want to do this? Let's think about this. Okay, questions, questions. Let's throw a servo in there. Throw a servo in there. And we'll set it to ignored. It's gonna do anything. It sure looks like it's doing something, doesn't it? Yeah. Now this is empty. And we got 4 buckets of olive oil in here that we could probably interact. We can definitely interact with buckets, maybe with bottles. We shall see. And we're going to turn it off because there's other things that, well, we're going to turn it to only work when it has a high redstone signal because there's other things we can smash and maybe we can just get away with having the 1 tub. Okay, so this thing has JEI integration. That's fantastic. Okay, so we got olive oil, ironberry juice. That we don't have to worry about. Wild berry juice is 3. Grape juice is 4. Apple is 5. Honey is 6. Looks like we made exactly enough tanks. Now that I think about it, if we're disciplined about putting our tanks down, and when we put them down, we shouldn't have any problem, right? So tomato juice. Looks like these will grow 3 high. Oh, nice. We're gonna have tomatoes. Doc M's gonna be jealous. So let's hook up another tank. And we'll do tomatoes this time. And they should just kind of disappear. Right? Nothing's going on. Oh, it's because it's not tomatoes. It's apples. Huh. I guess we will have to be on the lookout for apple saplings from Rustic. That's you can't make those, but we can make the apple trees from pans. So let's go ahead and plant some of these. We'll make a little grove for these out by everything. Oh, clips going on. It seems awful dark. We'll find a spot. Yeah, it's in clips. To plant these. Let's see. Maybe we'll do these like behind what's. Oh, there's a sequoia. Yeah, that's pretty big. Cool. In the meantime, let's make some apple juice, right? Yeah. And we got apple seeds from that? What do we do with apple seeds? We got painting, squeezing. Maybe we just plant these? Maybe this is how you get the apple saplings. Okay. So let's plant one here. Here. And here. So we can get a nice compare and contrast with the pans. And we've also got some wild berries from those bushes. I guess we crush these up the same way. I assume to get our ironberry juice, or our iron berries. Yeah, okay, we just get these from harvesting our ironwood, so that's easy enough. Those seeds do grow into saplings. I don't know how much of this honey we're gonna go through, but it looks like one of these apiaries might really be enough. That's a lot of honey. Can we? Okay, we could smelt it into beeswax. Okay. And the beeswax we could make fancy candles with. That's quite nice. Okay, let's try for some grape seeds again here. Oh, we got something. All right. I'd say we broke maybe 15 lines. Let's see. Now what I believe we do is we plant right under the rope, right? And I guess we'll just let it grow for now. Let's see what happens when we try to chop this thing down. Oh my. Oh, that's satisfying. We might get it all? Look at that. Used a ton of durability, but great success, I guess. And we got plenty of saplings from there, so that's awesome. Another one up there. Okay, yeah, this is doing something. Like 66% growth. Okay. Now we can make booze with some of this stuff. Okay, we got barrels, liquid barrels. We're looking for, I think, brewing barrels. Yeah, so it's just planks, slabs, and iron. We're gonna make a recipe for it. And the reason is we're gonna want 18 of these things. I think is a good amount, and that would be finicky to try to make. Oh, we're gonna need a little bit more oak. I think this is what we see, is the end of what we see if we try to grow this without a rope. Now, hopefully, this will continue to do a thing. Now we're going to want a structure for the barrels, and we've already got a structure for the tanks, and we're probably going to even need a third one. But we're going to want to light them. We're going to take some yellow dye and look at one of these inverted lanterns from Project Red. My understanding is that these should be always on. We just need, okay, so we're going to need circuit plates, which is like stone, right? Or well, we could just take some andesite and smelt it down, I guess. And that should give us the circuit plate. Okay, cool. Now there's 16 colors of lantern, and each lantern requires some of this aluminar. This is what the yellow dye is for, and we should be scanning things. Okay. So, whoop, that's the orange one. Okay, here we go. 1, 2 inverted yellow lanterns. Now, what I'd like to know is if we have anything like a chain. Okay, Rustic itself adds chains. That's very cool. Now, I don't actually know that we can place these in the world, but it sure looks like we can. Okay, very nice, very nice. We'll put a lantern on here, right? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we won't be putting any lanterns on these things. I just hang the, okay, so we can just hang the lanterns. That's good. And they look okay. I think they look fine. Now this next structure, speaking of which, is going to be for brewing and for storage. And they're not going to need to be deep. We're going to do them on a corner. Okay, I see. They like appear in the leaves here. Looks like you'll get a lot more of them than you will from the Pam's trees, which only grow like a few off the bottoms. So maybe it's the rustic. This one looks pretty good though. We'll have to look at speed and there's nothing stopping us from just forgetting what we were doing, testing them and using them both. That'll be fine too. Okay, that ought to get us started. Now, while we're waiting to figure out how the grapes work, what do we got? We got 11 buckets of wild berry juice. So let's throw a bucket in there. It'll start to ferment, and we're going to fill all 9 of them up on that side and see what happens. After a little while, you'll get quality, some kind of whatever alcohol you're brewing. It's between 0 and 1. The low qualities will make you sick. The high qualities, I'm not sure what they'll do. We'll find out. Most of this is garbage. Like this 0.24, that won't do us any favors. If we were to drink it, it would just make us sick. So we're going to get rid of it. Was it this one? 0.46, no, that's garbage. We got, will this tell us? Yeah. 0.18, trash. 0.36, I wouldn't probably drink that. 0.19, no thank you. 0.18, even worse. 0.71 though. That's something we could do something with. So whoops, that's not what we want to do with it. We are, however, going to put it over here. That is going to be a starting culture. Now what's going to happen is if we put more wild berry juice in here, what we'll get will be of no worse quality than a hundredth of a point less than this, so 0.70, and no higher than 4/100ths or 0.75. So that's how you start to improve this stuff. I think we got another one that's trash and another one that's okay. We might as well use it as a starting culture. Now what we'll do is we'll take this, we'll brew them together. We'll brew one more fresh and hope we can get another decent one. I don't know how much we get. Um, if we get like a bucket is the same as a bottle, by the way, for the purposes of this mod. At least so I understand. I don't know if we'll get two buckets, two bottles, or oh, hello. Oh, everything's gonna be all sticky. Aha! So I moved the rope down by a block. I thought it would have to grow up the rope and that we might find that we could go quite high, but this is actually how it seems to work. Uh, it looks promising anyway. Now we're going to use drawers again for storage. It looks like you can use like all the biomes of plenty and the forestry wood for these, so that's cool. What you can't seem to do is make a drawer controller out of them, so that's good to know. Let's see how we're doing here now. Okay, we've still got that in there. That's interesting. This is better. Um, can I take it back out? Yes, I can. And then we could take this and put it over here, right? Right. This is garbage, big surprise. But we could go ahead and put this over here. And over here, we now have 0.73 as opposed to 0.71. Now, this one, these two shouldn't be bad. Let's give it a try. Well, we're not sick, and we're just inebriated for 10 minutes. I wonder if the almanac will tell us what it's done. Grapes. What about wine? Can be drank from a bottle or brewed into wine. That doesn't help that much. Maybe it's got, it'll tell us inebriation debuff of 1 or 2 will do nothing. Okay, can't be cured with milk. Ale is very saturating. It applies the full stomach. Cider, magic resistance, including poison. Iron, absorption, 10 extra hearts. Okay. Mead, witherwort. Wildberry, increases the level of all positive effects. So we don't have any positive effects, so it's not doing anything for us right now. So that was perhaps not the best thing to test with, but I think we're getting the hang of this. So let's do the same thing with apple juice. Let's see if we can get us some cider. Meanwhile, we've gotten our first grape. There we go. Our first 2 grapes. Can we get seeds? Yes, we can. Okay, very nice. Anyway, seems like we're getting the hang of it. I think we're going to call the episode here. I'm going to finish these builds a little bit and get some more of this stuff going, and we'll see where we are in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.